Listen, you won't believe this. I can't believe I have to even report this news to you, but Cam Newton, he appeared to get into a situation with a bunch of young men, at his camp today. This is wild. The former NFL quarterback is right in the middle of a group of young kids who appeared to team up and tag team them. And it was a complete violation. But I mean, it is what it is. It did look like he was trying to hold them, and he didn't try to swing or anything like that. But at the end of the day, when you got a bunch of people, corralling you, self-defense mechanisms start to kick in, and you did see Cam Newton at some point. You have to defend yourself, point blank, period. They looked like they was on a platform. They trickled down all the way in the grass. I seen security coming, people trying to hold Cam. Clearly, I don't know what went on. I can't wait till this happens. But as far as I'm concerned, this happened in Atlanta. And Cam Newton, we all know what's going on. This wasn't a good look. If I'm just evaluating, because like I said, we don't know anything, any facts just yet, and stay close. And as you subscribe to Flight Sports, because once more news updates and more emerge from this, we're going to be bringing it to you. But it could have been a situation where Cam Newton said some things to some young men, and it might have been perceived the wrong way. But we gotta know how to deal with our youth, at this time. This is wild. It says ultimately Cam fended off these people long enough to receive help from others. It was a cop who came in, and a lot of other people tried to back him away. So this is wild. Said the Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy in Atlanta. So this is where it all happened at, ladies and gentlemen. So it's definitely crazy. It said it seems Cam was there for an event put on by his foundation, the C1N. It was a 7-versus-7 league that plays tournaments all across the country. Another angle of the situation shows a couple of young men shoving Cam around before the group flew off, into the trees. But outside of that, it isn't unclear what might have set off, like I said, the situation. People are reaching out to Cam, and no word has got back yet. So we all know Cam was involved in a crazy situation. He got his podcast. I'm pretty sure he's gonna break news on that, because people want to hear this. At the end of the day, man, to Cam's credit, you going to help out kids, and we got to see it from both sides here. Clearly, point blank, period. This kind of behavior is completely unacceptable. You understand? You got Cam Newton, bringing his foundation, coming here, appearing. A lot of people they slap their names on these teams and programs and never show up. They just mailing a check. You got Cam Newton front and center. I don't think he deserved nothing like that, because who's to say this camp is all but over with now? We don't, like I said, we don't know if these were players, that was involved in this. We don't know what happened, but clearly something went on. Cam Newton was just talking about Brock Purdy. It's going to be interesting to see if Brock Purdy speaks on this, which I doubt. But Cam has a lot of haters, and I'm pretty sure his haters they just couldn't wait to see something like this. But Cam got to fix his actions, man. At the end of the day, listen, people respect Cam Newton, and I don't know what's going on, because Cam did not receive a graceful exit to his NFL career. And I don't like that, because Cam Newton, this man, and even in his city, he should be respected a lot more. Obviously, I'm not going to put him up there with these guys, but if the Mannings of the world came back to their hometown, are they going through this? Anybody, they come back home. Why do we have to be subjected to something like this? But Cam, he's been muddied in the media. And like I stated, for the electrifying season, he's an MVP winner. Pardon me, multiple MVP caliber seasons. To not receive a graceful departure where nobody wants you on the roster. He can't be a backup. He's a distraction. It's gonna be bad for the younger players. It's just messed up. That something like this has happened. So you got Cam Newton, he can't get on the field, or be even on the roster. We all know Cam Newton at the very least should be a backup. Okay, he's getting up there in age, even though he believes that he should be starting. But at the end of the day, okay, he's getting up there in age. He should be a backup at the very least on one of these teams. He could help. This man was just out there quarterbacking for the New England Patriots when people thought it was all but over with. And he was doing his thing. So I think some of that with how the media has muddied his name has contributed to how people feel like they could just walk up on him and just want to punch him and do things like that. Nobody wants to see stuff like that. Cam Newton got to be seen and respected, unfortunately. But let's get in the comment section and, you tell me what you think of this. Obviously, he's not in the NFL, but who knows if they're going to make a statement. Our NFL players going to speak. You got Undisputed coming up. You got First Take. I'm pretty sure they're going to have an opinion on this. What is Stephen A. Smith going to say? But the beauty of today is, people have their own platforms, So Cam Newton don't have to wait for Monday morning to go to Undisputed for that sit down. He could have the sit down right now. So that's what's most epic about the whole entire situation, man. Nonetheless, man. The question I pose to everybody now is, should Cam Newton just shut down the whole entire camp? Because then that'll be something that people speak about. Oh, man, why you doing this, man? Why you doing that? A lot of our celebrities, a lot of our entertainers, a lot of our ball players, they don't come back home, So I just, like I said, this is just a wild situation. I think it's polarizing. I just feel like it's just, like I said, you just can't maneuver like this, and coming back, you home, and you at your camp. I mean, Cam Newton, what was said, clearly some words was exchanged. I want to hope that they didn't just jump on him out of nowhere, so more details will emerge, and you already know here at Flight Sports, we're going to have it for you. Peace and love. I want to thank y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, and most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Shout out to Cam Newton. We all know Carolina Panthers legend. Make sure you subscribe to his podcast. He talking that talk.